morning, Pamboro's People Booster with one of 2 bananas, and that is relevant. So I want to ask you if you're perfect and if you strive for perfection. Now that might sound a bit of an arrogant thing to do, but actually it's what a lot of very not arrogant people do. We try to get better, we try to make things as good as they can be, and we can drive ourselves crazy and get really tired. So let me tell you about the banana. So there were 2 of these yesterday, and for me they've gone beyond. But for Annie, they're absolutely perfect. This is how she likes her bananas, and she really hardly ever gets to eat a banana because I eat them when they're a lot less ripe. And then yesterday I looked at them and thought, oh gosh, they've gone over. And I said to Annie, what about these? And she ripped into the other one and ate it up deliciously. She was really happy about that banana that looked like this. Makes me go, ugh. So, how many times are we trying to be like everybody else or get something perfect or whatever, when actually just as we are is just fine? So if you're working or not working, trying to work, not getting much done, trying to look after children at home or elders, or just yourself can be really hard at the moment, I'd like you to think about progress, not perfection. And sometimes progress is just making sure that you've eaten, drank some water, and done a little bit of exercise, or even just got out of bed. And some days you might stay in bed, and that's the right thing to do. So perfection comes in many forms, and actually I think a better measure is what's the right thing right now, and just asking yourself that. Sometimes it's to be busy, sometimes it's to rest, and sometimes it's to acknowledge that one person's ripe is another person's gone over. So looking at what you're doing and how you're doing it, and giving yourself a bit of a break, a bit of peace, and a bit of being kind in your mind. I think there's a squirrel up this tree that's eating something. It's making some cracking noises. I can't really tell, but maybe I'll just show you some blue sky while we're there. And I've worn this t-shirt again, you may have seen it before. We're all made of stars, which is my favouriteest t-shirt ever, and it's from the children's department in a well-known store. But I had to have it because sometimes we need to remember that we are all valuable and we're all doing the best we can, and we're all made of stars. Reminds us that there's a sparkle inside even when you don't see it on the outside. So another example is that my fabulous hairdresser Deborah Williams isn't able to do my hair at the moment, or anybody's hair, and she's put out on the internet not to try and colour your own hair, because she's just going to have such a job to try and undo bad colours. Now, when Annie and I went to India, which was about 9 years ago now, I dyed my hair brown so that I didn't stick out so much whilst in India. And my hairdresser at the time had a right job trying to get this home done brown out of my hair, and yeah, absolute nightmare. It took quite a while, and went not from brown to white, but went through a phase of orange in between. So you know, this whole thing about trying to look right and trying to do the right thing. My hair at the moment is longer than normal. I've got some roots going, and here I am. I said to Annie yesterday, oh, I don't know about making videos, you know, like ones that are going to be permanently on YouTube, when my hair needs doing this badly. And then I thought, you know, it's real life. It's progress, not perfection. And I think that's what we all need to strive for at the moment. I don't know what perfection would look like even if it were possible, because actually I have more people saying to me, I really enjoyed that blog or that video or whatever, when I'm just being real rather than trying to be all perfect and prissy and perfectly turned out. People then kind of think, oh, well, I can't achieve that. And we're all just living a real life, aren't we? One of my all right, on time. Here's the imperfect Roger, who bites sometimes and fights with the girls. We've still not integrated them. And as you can see, he's still holding his paw a little gently. He's not perfect, but he is perfect, if you know what I mean. And yeah, sometimes we're we're trying to achieve this impossible perfection, when actually just being who we are and how we are allows other people to go, oh, you're like me, I don't have to strive for this impossible or just consider myself not good enough because I can't achieve that perfection, whatever it might be. So my challenge to you today, or my invitation perhaps, is to look for what's good enough, what you're grateful for, what's the things that are just okay as they are, and the things that you are achieving, giving yourself a pat on the back for just making it through the day or doing some really simple tasks, and just noticing those things. When we notice those little achievements, we get a burst of serotonin, the feel-good hormone that's about achievement, and that's very good for you. So we need more of that. So remember, there are breathing techniques and other relaxations on my YouTube channel, Pamburo's People Booster. And if you are feeling like you are going to sleep with all of this craziness going around in your head, worries and tension and these kinds of things, then look out for my video. I say video in inverted commas because it's actually an audio, but it's a video on YouTube, which is called Paper Boats. And that's one to do Roger. It's one to do at bedtime to release the tension, release the stuff that's in your head. Now, I'm telling you that for a particular reason, because I know a lot of people, myself included, are finding sleeping all the way through in a relaxed fashion is pretty tricky at the moment because we have so much on our minds. So the best we can do is to make sure that you're restful before you sleep and empty your head. And paper boats is a good way to do that, to just mean that you go to sleep with a clearer mind than all the stuff that's going on. So I've got hiccups. So I think that's it for today. No point in waffling on just to fill time, because I know you've probably got things to do or to not do. Procrastination is queen at the moment. And I hope that your day is full of little wins, that you notice the things that you are doing rather than beat yourself up for the things that you're not getting around to or not able to do. Lots of love to you and to yours, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more good stuff.